Good afternoon, everyone. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. My name is Kajo M, and welcome to our channel, Kajo M TV. If it's your first time joining us, welcome. If it's not your first time, you know what to do. Check in, just say Kajo Nation, checking in, and click on the like and the subscribe button. Always remember to click on the notification bell, guys, so that whenever we upload something, you can get notified. So, guys, I came across this video of this young lady called Isis, the trophy, the new trophy wife or something on YouTube. She's a YouTuber, and her channel and her niche was or not, let me say, it's not was, it's about how to get a rich man, how to's on how to get a rich man, the how to's on how to keep a man, how to get married quickly, blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna play a video that she posted earlier this week, or was it last week, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary after that. So watch and listen to this video, and then I'll come back after. Thank you.
Hi ladies, hi trophies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you hear any noise in the background, that's the new baby. A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester, and yeah, I think I did post an update in the community section when the baby was born, and I said that I would be back soon, and that was a few months ago now. I thought that when I came back on here that it would be to maybe do like some kind of newborn favorites or meet my new baby or something like that, but unfortunately it's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband. I honestly don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic. And I honestly thought that by the time I got on here that I wouldn't have any tears left because I've just cried so much. It's like I built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife and trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And I truly held my husband, or saw him, as the bar for what every woman should, type of man that, or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I didn't realize that the person I married was actually going to be my biggest nightmare. So basically, When I first met my husband, as I've already talked about in another video, I think it was my single mom video, I explained, a little bit about how we met. And I really thought that that man was my Prince Charming. So when I first met my husband, I thought that he was my Prince Charming. I thought that he was my knight in shining armor, and he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man. And I believed him. I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like. But I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past. It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things. I don't even know where to start. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy. I felt like my world ended on that day. My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house. Because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie. And that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. As soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my 2 older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister, because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together. So when I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters. It ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters, who are only 2 and 4 years old. It still feels like a dream. Like, when this first happened, I just kept waking up every day and just hoping that this was a dream. Because it's literally my worst nightmare. It's my worst nightmare. I myself am a product of RAPE. That's how I came to be. And was also, abused as a child by a neighbor's husband. And I specifically prayed to God that my children would never, ever, ever have to go through this. And I'm just not quite sure how this happened, why this happened. I just don't know how he was able to get away with it and so sneaky, because with my own trauma, I watch my kids like a hawk. Like, I don't like them sitting on people's laps. None of that. And he knows how much I cannot stand men like him. And to think like I couldn't even go to sleep in my own house and know that my children are safe. Just by me going to sleep, my children were left unprotected. So I don't know what the future of this channel is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to change the name or what. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, this is heartbreaking. This is sad. Um, if you are a mom, you'll definitely feel her pain. Even if you're not a mom, you're an aunt or something. No child should go through what those kids went through. So, for those that don't know the history of the girl, I'll just give you the short version of it. She got pregnant when she was 17 with her ex, and I think a few 2 years later they got pregnant again with a second child. And I don't know how they broke up. I think they broke up. Um, and she explains that she found herself a low esteem, having a low self-esteem because she's a single mom and everything, and society and the way people judge single moms. I don't know if it's pressure that pressured her, or maybe it's because she was doing what almost every girl is doing now. She was chasing after the bag. So, out of desperation, she met this guy because she didn't have a place to stay. She met this guy and they started dating, I think, for a week or something. And she was being evicted from her place. And the guy offered her to come and stay with her. And they got married quickly and everything. So, and she started her YouTube channel on how to beg a rich man, how to keep a rich man, how to look rich, how to blah blah blah. You guys can go and check her channel. Most of it was surrounded on the older men that she was dating and how catch to get your basically to get your bag. So, the sad thing is that I think she just had a baby, and she explains that she started noticing a kid, a 4 year old, acting kind of weird. And this other day, she was changing the 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 child's nappy, and she was red in the area. She was red. We can't mention names, otherwise we'll get striked. So, and when she asked her daughter what happened, her daughter told her that her daddy touched her. And for her to believe her daughter and not thinking of the circumstances that she's under this man, the monies and everything, that is good parenting. Because what she explains is that she took both her daughters, I think one is 2, one is 4. She took them to the hospital to get checked, and it was confirmed that the kids were armed, unfortunately, by their stepfather, the rich man. So, it's a sad story, and I just want to say to her, she's a very courageous woman to come to social media and narrate what happened to your kids, especially where your niche was surrounded around this guy. And she took the courage and to speak about what happened to her children. And it's sad, guys. Imagine this girl. Okay, and she's a good YouTuber. Change her niche and maybe focus more on her kids and get her income from YouTube. But she fell in the same trap that almost every girl these days is falling into. This mindset that you are beautiful, you must get a rich man who must do this and that, a man must. Come on, guys, this thing needs to stop. It needs to stop. Even our parents, for our fathers to make it, our mothers started with them from the bottom. They build that home together. I'm not saying get a poor guy who's gonna starve you and everything and everything. But when you look for a guy, look for a guy that you both can start with a foundation, and you build your family together. A man who comes to you that is already rich, that's already established, that's already has everything, that guy only sees you as an object. He doesn't value you. You're just his trophy. He's just looking for someone to flaunt when he goes to the functions, and everybody like, "Oh, your wife looks young and beautiful. Your girlfriend looks young and beautiful," and you guys think that is love. That is not love. Or at least when you beg a guy like that, have something to fall back on. Acquire some skill, work, get a job somewhere, or go back to school if you didn't finish your school. Go back to school, start your own business, or start your own channel, but it mustn't be around the life that you're living, because there's no guarantee where you're gonna end up with that guy. But this is sad, guys. This lady, she gave this man a child, and this man felt that it's his right to violate those children. It's so sad. I still can't believe it that there are still people like that. Come on, guys. And the sad thing is that she feels that this is a generational curse because she was also a product of the R. And she explains that how much she's being overprotective of her children. She doesn't understand when did the incidents take place, when did he get a turn to touch the girls and everything. But remember, guys, this lady just had a baby, and a baby keeps you busy. So when I'm sure when she's exhausted and taking a nap with a new baby, that's when the stepfather does whatever he wants to do. It is a sad situation, and I hope she takes her kids for counseling, and she also goes for counseling. And I saw some people on social media, they were blaming her because the channel was around the niche was around the guy, how to get the rich man, blah 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 blah. She even mentioned that her niche was around that. She's not ashamed of that. But I don't think it's anyone's place to judge, guys. This can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone, and it can happen to a person that you trust the most. It can be your brother that's touching your kids, and you'll never know until your kids tell you. Who are you gonna blame? So this thing of always blaming a person because she's a single mom, blah 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 blah, it needs to stop. Some people are even afraid to talk out loud because they are ashamed that people will say, "Oh, you were so desperate, you needed a rich man, and you gave that man, you didn't even give him your kids, whatever, whatever." That's how judgmental people are. But this is sad. With all due respect, let's respect those children. Those children have been hurt, and they will be emotionally scarred for the rest of their lives. So people need to stop being judgmental. Yes, we all make mistakes. We all learn from our mistakes. But put yourself in her shoes. What if those were your kids and they were violated like that? Let's stop blaming her. And I'm sending prayers to her and her kids. I wish them emotional recovery. I wish the kids speedy physical recovery. And I pray that she got that guy arrested, and that she moved out of that house for the sake of her children. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Love you. Bye.